Yeah, so social media, this is a quote, you probably saw this on the invite. Social media is changing the way we communicate and the way we are perceived, both positively and negatively. Every time you post a photo or update your status, you're contributing to your own digital footprint and personal brand. So that personal brand, right, is kind of what you want to try to build. But then again, what is brand? Most people, and you might have just already thought about it, a couple of words might come to your mind: trademark, a logo, tagline. There's lots of things that people think of when they think of branding, but I like to use just one word that kind of gets to the core of it, and that's why. And I'll explain to you why this word, why, is such a crucial word when it comes to branding. Whatever is your why, it's usually attached to some type of passion or belief. Why you started your business, there's probably a reason behind it that's attached to either a belief or a passion or some type of thing that you are going to put your heart into. And whatever you put your heart into, whatever is passionate, will never change. It's just built into who you are. And because of that, it's called, in business, what you call non-negotiables, right? If you believe in making sure that you get the best value for your client, it's non-negotiable. You'll always make sure it happens because there's a passion, there's a why behind that. And because you do that, it's your guarantee, and your guarantee means you deliver it every time. And because you're consistently doing that, it becomes your reputation, and your reputation is essentially what your brand is. It's not necessarily a logo, it's not a tagline. What those do is they represent the reputation and the guarantee or these promises that you are offering people. And this is why people do business. There's Simon Sinek. I love all his theories. He comes up with a lot of great leadership trainings. But he put it this way. A lot of companies know what they do. A lot of realtors probably know what they do. A few might even know how they do it. Some might not know how. They might just go out there and do it, right? But very few businesses know why they do it. And that's where leadership and businesses take off. I mean, that's the big difference. So he said, people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. And so that's why I think the reason to kind of think about your brand, how to represent yourself on social media, you got to start with the why. And there's a couple components. I mean, there's 3 components of branding: authority, identity, and tone. And we don't have very much time to go through all of them, but I do want to talk about authority. And if you look at authority a little bit closer, what you'll see at the core of it is a word, author. Being an author means that you're contributing content to your industry. So if you want to be an industry authority, you're creating content that's contributing to it. You're being an author. That's what an authority is. Facebook's a great place. There's lots of channels where you can be creating content and contributing to people, and you can be seen as an authority. A lot of people want to hire an authority, right? I mean, they want the best in the industry, especially when it comes to selling something as personal as their home or dealing with their investments. So you create content, you become an author. So why video, though? There's lots of different ways to create content. All of it is relevant, and it kind of depends on where you want to focus and where obviously your clientele is. But video can reach across a lot of different things. For example, YouTube is the second biggest search engine. So you have Google, and then you have YouTube. People are searching almost just as much on YouTube as they are on Google. So it's a great place to put content that people are searching to know and learn about things. And Google owns YouTube, yes. But there's 6 reasons why I think video kind of knocks all other kind of content out of the park. The first is emotional. I mean, video can have a very emotional impact. And we all know that people make decisions mostly based on emotions. People purchase things based on emotions. So they're very informative. You can compact a lot of information within a video. You have the spoken word, you have music that's contributing not only to the emotion, but setting a tone. You have the visual information that you can present. So there's a lot of information you can compress in a very short amount of time versus a lot of other text that you have to sit there and read. It's entertaining. So you can create content that people are very entertained by. And then there is, well, there's three ways that there's more complex, and if I had more time, I could go into some other theories, but the simplest way to do it is that people reshare things based on three things. I call them well, I don't call them, but somebody else coined the term the three ahs. So you have like awe-inspiring, you have ha-ha, like it's funny, and you have awe, like it's cute. So those are three reasons why people share things. Very simplified. And then also, video is very impactful. So if you are doing the first three, you're creating content that's emotional, that's informative, and is entertaining, it's going to have a huge impact on somebody. So video has a huge impact. And there's lots of examples. If I had more time, I could probably go into a lot of case studies of where video has swayed people's decisions. But you probably think of your own life watching videos and how it's changed your opinion about something based on the information or the entertainment that you're able to consume. And it's personable. You're there, you're presented on camera. I've gone through the layers of trust and how it can build that. So it's very personable. And it's easy to outsource. And what I mean by this, you can obviously outsource a lot of social media, but video is good to outsource because you can contain that personability while still outsourcing it. There's a ton of work that goes into creating videos, but being on camera is just a small part of it. So basically, you can show up, you can present yourself on camera, and then you can turn it over to an editor and they can finish it for you. It's very easy to outsource, but you're still presented on camera, you're still there. It just took a little bit of your time, whether it was writing the script and then showing up on camera. And sometimes if it's information that you can wing, you don't even need to write a script. Just present yourself on camera and then you're done, and then the editor can take it from there. So it's very easy to outsource it while maintaining that personability, versus if you were to do any kind of like written text or copyright, you're not directly writing it. If you are outsourcing it, you might proofread it, but it still starts becoming more time consuming. So videos, you're able to maintain that personability, but still be outsourced. And the time that it would take for you to do a video, you probably could get 2 more listings out there, sell 2 more houses. I mean, it's really, to outsource it, video is very time consuming, and it's a good thing to outsource because it becomes quite a beast. So here are 10 kind of different videos specific to your industry that would really help. There's listing videos, which is just a kind of a tour. There's lots of different phrases for this, like a tour video, just showing the property. Testimonials, I already talked about testimonials. And that can be presented either by a long string of tests, like one after another, or it could just be individuals. And I like to do both. The thing about creating content is the more content you have, the better, because it's more opportunities for people to find you. So, I try to, and which is what it's great about video, is that you can have one session where you record a bunch of stuff, and then the editor can take it, and you can divide that up into lots of content. So from one video shoot, you can create lots of content from it. And then there's a community video. So obviously, there's just not the property itself that goes into the buying decision. There's the community and presenting the city or other factors that contribute to that. Case studies. So this is where kind of like a testimonial in depth, where you talk about the whole entire from A to B process, and talking about getting the testimonies, them talking about the process and all this stuff. And it's showing how you work with a client from point A all the way to point B or C or Z. And so those are really powerful, impactful ways to create videos and showcase yourself. Tips and how-tos. I mean, the reason why a lot of people flock to online is information. They're trying to gather information. So if you can provide information, and this goes to that building authority by creating content that people give tips or how-tos, whether it's about buying or selling, people are going to search for those things, and they're going to find your video and then link that back to your website or other videos you created and help build your authority. Let's see, so then we have biography, so doing just a bio about yourself, showcasing who you are, showing the opportunity for you to talk about your values, talk about your principles, your experiences, because those are the things that people want to connect with, how they get to know you. There's brand promotion, so if you are part of a specific brand, you can talk about, depending on what their compliance is, you can talk about the brand, you can talk about those strengths, do a showcase of whatever brand or organization or agency you're a part of. And there's the housing market news. So the housing market's constantly changing. Your clients probably don't understand it or want to learn more about it. So creating videos that kind of people can tune into to learn about what the housing market's doing. And then there's events. You might be part of events or be hosting events. Creating videos for that and then turning around posting online will also help do that. And then there's live streaming. So you can actually live stream yourself and have Q&As with people or your audience. So back to this riddle, right? So putting that content out there and like holding on to that trust is really key. And so I invite you, I hope that you had an opportunity to kind of learn a little bit about the kind of foundation of what makes social media work. And like I said, if I had more time, I'd go into a lot more in depth, but I feel like building the foundation of trust is why social media is so important, and creating content that kind of presents yourself and keeping in mind those 3 rings of how to build trust. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Yeah.